Hello, my fellow all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world, I'm Mr. Church. In this video, we're going to be looking at the new Nuka-Cola Factory Bundle from the Atom Shop, which does have all new items in it. We'll also look at some repeat items from the Nuka-Cola Soda Shop Bundle and the soda popping. I'll also point out if there's anything from the Greatest Hits tabs you'll want to see. We'll look at some cool stuff you can do with the new items, and I'll be in a good mood the whole time I do it, and we're going to have some fun. First, let's look at the Nuka-Cola Factory Bundle. Now, this bundle, of course, comes with the red Shingle kit, the red Shingle wallpaper, the classic Nuka-Cola mystery machine, the Nuka-Cola barstool, the factory tile floor and foundations, the Nuka-Cola twist barstool, the Nuka-Cola factory neon sign, the Nuka-Cola Quantum Barstool, the Fizzy player title prefix. Let's take a moment to appreciate the clear pictures they took of the stuff in the background. Yeah. You know, there's like 3 things from the build menu they didn't put in this picture. That's pretty impressive. Also, why is that so, okay, yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Those are 2 fucking weapon workbenches. That's true. Next to why do you... Okay. That's fine. I wonder what that's supposed to be. But at least she's sitting there looking at the cabinet, like we all do when we're bored. This one's pretty clear, except they put a picture in there that's not included in the bundle, of course. That's a really good design. I'm going to build a building that looks like that as well. That's really cool. Now, the first thing let's look at is the Fizzy player title prefix. That's cool. If you have a prefix, you can go into your special little Pip-Boy and you can look, and then in the effects area, you can put it on or take it off. You can look around at all the stuff that doesn't go together, like of worlds. Now we're going to look at the neon sign. This is a sign. And as you can see from the picture, the clear picture, it's pretty easy to see what that's going to look like, since we're at like we're looking at it from the side. You know, it's like when you're at the bar trying to watch the game and the seat you're in and the TV's up behind your head. What's going on? Also, Josh Allen got a first down. I've already built this myself, and as you can see, this is what it looks like at night. I'm just kidding. This is what it looks like at night. This is what it looks like in the day. That's pretty neat, isn't it? It's a sign. It's like a light. You can turn it on and off. Like, you can turn it on and off, you know? It's pretty obvious. Just like how the NFLs are rigged. We also have the classic Nuka-Cola mystery machine. Now, this thing is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Remember how there's that one guy that makes stuff in the Atom Shop? This is the one they made this week. You can tell which one they made every single week because it has detail. There's like rust on it. And it's kind of loosely based on like actual appliances from the 1950s, which is like the vibe that they're going for, obviously. This thing is really cool, and has so much detail front and back. You can only build one of them because it is a collector resource thing. When you click on it, you spend 15 caps, and it gives you a random Nuka-Cola drink. Now, it has a 5-minute cooldown after you get it, and it says it's restocking. It used to be with the old one, because this is a reskin of something we already had that did the same thing. You could store that item and then rebuild it, and then you could buy it again. You could do it infinitely, but it seems they have fixed that. So even if you scrap it, you have to wait 5 minutes. I'm not really going to be using it, obviously, for the Nuka-Cola. I'll just set up a Nuka-Cola collectron, if I want a Nuka-Cola. This is obviously something that you could use, though, for decor, and it's really cool. The Nuka-Cola bar stools. Wow. Aren't these cool, guys? These are bar stools, and they're kind of like branded in different flavors of Nuka-Cola. Isn't that so cool? That's neat. I'm getting a big stiffy just looking at them. Wow, this is awesome. These things are so cool. I wish I could sit in these in real life and look at them more. Oh, look, on the back, there's also stuff. That's really cool. And those things, let's look at the red Shingle kit. This is actually a reskin of the Rest in Pieces building kit. As you can see, it's just a different color, but it has the exact same shingles on it, and it's covered in vines. The Rest in Pieces one is covered in vines, darker color, but the windows are the same, the doorway is the same, everything's the same, even the roof chunks are the same. Here's a side-by-side of the two kinds. It looks significantly different from the Rest in Pieces. I think it's not a bad reskin at all. I like the shutters on the windows. I think they're really nice. I like that the windows are clear instead of 50% tint, like the red barn set is that comes with the game. The roof is actually pretty cool too. I like this color, and unlike the other corroded copper roof that they gave us, this one doesn't have an overly ornate interior, so you can actually use it in a build that would have this kind of a roof on it. This doesn't come with a door. I just threw this on there so you could kind of get a visual of what it would look like with a door on it, because the picture, they used a door that's like way too ornate and way too flowery for the vibes. So inside, it's, you know, this is what the inside of the walls and the roofs look like. It's pretty interesting. It's whatever. It's fine. Something I am very confused about is the red shingle wallpaper. This is a separate item from the kit. If you're buying these items separately, keep that in mind. This is a separate item it is in the bundle, but if you're buying these individually, the shingle wallpaper doesn't come with the kit. And I'm pointing that out because I'm confused by it just in general, because it's the exact exterior of the wall. So we're just hiding the studs in the wall. And now it looks like we're in an inside-out house, you know? And I guess there's, like, situations where I could see this being useful with, like, other build sets, maybe? Like the brick ones or something. There's definitely been build sets that I wouldn't have minded having the exterior also be the interior wall. Like the army base kit and stuff like that. This is really not one of the ones, though, that I would have picked for that, because shingles are generally only on the exterior. If this is a thing they continue to do with all the walls going forward, I don't mind it, because I think it gives us a little bit more options for making structures and whatnot. Because as you can see, you can put it on both sides of one wall instead of putting two walls like shoved up against each other. So it would save on budget and stuff like that. But if it's only for this wall kit, that's very limited. It doesn't really make any sense. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think about this kind of thing. Do you think they should keep doing this when they add wall sets? Do you think they should retroactively add wallpaper for all of the exteriors? Because I think that would be useful for sure. They could even do a bundle of it, but just having it for this one build kit is confusing to me, because like I said, very limited usage with something that's just shingles. The wall, when it breaks, just looks like any other wall when it breaks. Nothing too special about that. The last thing I want to point out with this set is the roof is very cool. And when you have a flat version of it, it makes for a very cool looking floor. So a lot of people will use roofs as floors. In different scenarios, there can be different reasons for doing so. But if you're making something that's like floating, like for whatever reason, you have something floating and you need, like, let's say you're making a tree house. I'll use that as an example. And you want to have floors, but you know that you can't just put the normal upper floors down because they're so restrictive, because they don't want us to build cool stuff. So you can use roofs as floors in those situations. And like I said, it's a reskin of the Rest in Pieces set, which means it does also have end caps, which also makes it really good for using as a floor. This is what it looks like when a roof doesn't have end caps. You can see it's really thin on the edge. It looks kind of stupid. But when it has end caps on it, it looks like it could be a floor. It looks like it's kind of like blue paint that's getting rubbed off because you're walking on it. Obviously, in certain lighting, you will see the sun shining off it. It'll be a little too glossy, and maybe there's a metal sound effect when you're walking on it. But I think overall, it's a really nice option for that kind of building. We don't really have too many options for that, and so this gives us another thing. So for that reason, I think it's really good. Pretty cool. Now, if you have Fallout first, you can look in the special tab over at the end, and right down here, you'll see the Nuka-Cola fountain. This thing isn't bad. It's kind of big, so it's kind of massive. And you can build however many of these you want. And it pours out what looks like Nuka-Cola, but is actually rusty water, I think. And because when you drink from it, it gives you dirty water. When it's broken, it actually looks pretty cool. The water dries up, so you have this big chunk of concrete. You could probably do some cool stuff with this if you wanted to, but that is free if you have Fallout first, so make sure you grab that. Also, every day there's going to be a special offer for the 24 hours or whatever, and today it is the antiquated groom outfit, and I think this is pretty neat, so I grabbed it. This is what it looks like front and back. There's actually a lot of good detail on this outfit. There's a pattern on the little vest. You got shotgun shells on the belt, little striped pants, a little bit of fraying on the edges. I think that one person that made the Nuka-Cola machine made this outfit, probably. I think it's pretty nice. It used to be in a bundle that was extremely expensive, and as you can see, the original price is 700 atoms, and it's being sold for 350. But make sure you're checking this every day, as this tab here, this 20-hour one, will refresh on the daily, and it'll have usually a repeat item that'll be on sale. Now, on the front page, we also have the Traveling Soda Shop Bundle and the Soda Poppin Bundle. If you don't see these, that's because you own everything from them. They didn't show up for me on PlayStation, so I'm just looking at them here. This comes with the Nuka World on Tour ticket booth, the Nuka-Cola wagon, the Nuka World on Tour garbage bin. Oh my god! That's the law of infinite probability really coming into play right there. Nuka-Cola Mystery Machine, Nuka-Cola Candy Machine, Cappy Hot Tub, and the Soda Fountain Wall sign. This thing does collect candy. I don't eat it, it's garbage, but it does count as pre-war food if you need it for the daily challenge, but there's a lot of other stuff that counts as pre-war food, so maybe not worry about that. I mean, you can go get Halloween food from that Monster Mash event, and you can have like 2,000 of it, and it'll weigh like less than a pound. So that's what I usually do. This is the reskin of the classic Mystery Machine. So keep in mind that if you got the new bundle and you want to build that, you will not also be able to build this at the same time because they are the same item, just reskinned. So maybe I don't know why they would sell that the same day they're trying to sell that, but that's probably because they don't know that these are the same item and they don't have any interconnective, so I don't know. The hot tubs, if you don't own a hot tub, you can get the well-rested effect. If you sit in them long enough, they act like beds in that manner. But that's pretty cool. I'm not really gonna try to sell any of that stuff because it's all, I'm so bored of Nuka-Cola stuff. I don't know about you guys, but like, you know, it's like cool, but I'm not Sheffield, okay? Like, I don't need it. I don't gotta have it. This is a Soda Poppin Bundle. It comes with the Nuka Twist handmade rifle, the Nuka Twist paint minigun. They accidentally got that one right. The Nuka launcher, and the Nuka-Cola Classic hunting rifle paint. Can you see the hunting rifle paint? Isn't that cool looking? I want to point out a couple things. First of all, this clown outfit obviously doesn't come in the bundle. They just have that for no reason. This is actually the hunting rifle. I don't know why they have the snub barrel and the compressor on it. That's pretty interesting choice. And this is the Nuka Twist minigun. This sign is a world item. It's not a camp item. You can't get it. She looks like she just got shoved something up her. This is the handmade. I don't know why you put a scope on your handmade. That's a pretty interesting choice as well. But whatever you want to do, that's fine. That's cool. Good choice. I want to point something out. The Nuka launcher isn't a skin. You know, they have a really good way of selling their products. Okay, this is not a skin. This is an actual named legendary, and it's called the Nuka launcher. It does cost, I think, 2 modules to craft it because it's a legendary. But it is a 2-shot, crippling, lightweight launcher. It also does plus 50% damage to mole miners. So it is fun to use to clear that one part of the raid where you've got those mole miners piling up. And it's actually not bad because 2-shot is the best thing to have on launchers that will give you the biggest damage boost. While this was the best launcher in the game before the raids, after the raids, the best one is the Resolve Breaker. Now, the Resolve Breaker is also 2-shot, but it's also bloodied as well. And you get damage resistance while aiming, that doesn't really matter, and the inertial, the refresh AP doesn't matter, well, whatever, but it also gives you, it launches cryo grenades that deal cryo damage, and they drain AP, but it also reduces their movement speed by 35%. So you can really slow shit down. This suddenly is the best launcher in the game, and if it wasn't for this, I might recommend getting the Nuka launcher, getting the bundle to get the Nuka launcher. They both have their uses. The Nuka launcher does have the lightweight effect, so it does weigh much less, so you can carry it around when you have other builds without worrying about that. So that is a plus for it, and it also has the limb damage effect, which is nice. But the Resolve Breaker is 2-shot, and it's bloodied. It's the only weapon in the game that I know of that has 2 primary effects at the same time. I will say, if you get this one, it will be across all your characters because it's account-wide. If you try to get the Resolve Breaker, you will have to get it per character. So you'll have to get it on the character that you want it on. So that is one point in the Nuka launcher's favor. Now, the greatest hits we have, there's like a rotten tree. This gives you spoiled fruit, and I never got it because I thought the trunk of it looks pretty stupid. Like, it's like straight up and down. It looks fake. And look, where it joins the ground is like this, it's just, yeah, that's not really good looking. And then what's going on with this branch right here? You know? Seems inappropriate. This is actually a pretty cool skin if black powder rifles were usable. The sniper outfit, my god. I just want to remind you guys that this outfit is 1,400 fucking atoms for absolutely no reason. This was like one of the first outfits they put in the Atom shop, and they just overpriced the shit out of it, and they never lowered the price. It is absolutely ridiculous how expensive this outfit is, and no other outfit that I've ever seen has been that expensive. In the Greatest Hits 2, the thing I want to point out is these outfits, they're like kind of weird. I don't have any of them. You know, I don't really want them. This one's weird, you know, if you want rubber pants, that's the one for you. I don't own any of this stuff, and there's a reason for that. Some people might want like this during the holidays. When I say the holidays, I of course mean Valentine's Day. That's why they give us this. And we also have the Communist Bunker. I do have a build where I use the Communist Bunker as like an entryway. It's pretty neat, and I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. The Wildwood Den is actually, I think, unironically, my favorite prefab. It's just really good immersive detail. It's really rustic and worn down. It is up on a concrete block, but the concrete block doesn't stick out 10 miles around it. It's like pretty close up and down. It looks pretty realistic. The Tavern Wallpaper, you might say, oh, that looks pretty cool, but I wouldn't recommend getting this because if you put this wallpaper on a half wall, it's only this bottom half stuff that's applied to it. You don't have an option to put this on it. And so what that means is if you have like, let's say, I'm going to draw with my hand, ready? So you have like an arch wall going down like this, right? And then you have a half wall here. That's great, because then you can have the bottom border continue along this half wall, right? But then this triangle piece is going to have this stuff on it too. Okay, so it's not good for that. So it's not good for that one situation. And then you want to put extra half wall on the this to make the wall higher. Then you have a stripe of this on the bottom, and you have a stripe of it on the top. Okay? And, okay, so what situation is there that you would benefit from having this on it? Like, is there a scenario where having this stuff would actually be good looking? Like, what's the structure that doesn't work in any scenario? It's just laziness, it's stupidity. They don't think about stuff. They don't test their products, and then they sell them to you for actual money. Don't buy this thing. It's broken. It's stupid. Yeah. It sucks because it would be a cool design if they weren't lazy as fuck, you know? We also have a free blue responder player icon in case you want to have the responders as your identity. Yay! That's so happy. I'm so glad for that. So that's going to be exciting. That's exciting news. That's exhilarating. That's actually exhilarating, fellas. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my patrons and channel members for your support. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to make these videos and to buy all this junk so that I can show you guys to avoid it at all costs. If you're interested in supporting me in that way, the link for that will be in the description. Also, if you're not in the Discord, consider joining the Discord. It's a great place. There's lots of kooky people. I also stream on Twitch, and I play lots of games because I'm addicted to video games. Because this generation, we don't know how to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We just sit at home while looking at the screens, and we don't have any sense of responsibility, you know, because we didn't go to NAM. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.